Hi guys, Top Pops here, and in today's video, we are going to be getting another lesson from Wikihow. I know, so let's get started. Now, you guys might remember a while back, I found a website called Wikihow that literally teaches you pretty much how to do anything. And there was an article on there on how to display your Funko Pops. And if you guys want to check out that video, I definitely recommend it because that was a pretty fun one to make. And now more recently, Wikihow has come up with an article about how to take care of your action figures. And for today, we're going to be doing this with some of my Funko Pops. And just to let you guys know, this is co-authored by Wikihow staff, so this is a verified Wikihow article, so this better be good. Action figures are a great way to relive the scenes of your favorite shows and movies, but caring for a large collection can be a bit overwhelming. Your figures should always be stored in a room temperature, dry space that is out of direct sunlight, and they should be dusted and cleaned regularly. For added protection, you can even purchase special action figure storage solutions. Interesting. Method number 1, storing your action figures. Keep the action figures away from direct sunlight. I think for the most part I do. Like, I have the blinds closed in this room, and then for the other rooms I don't think there's any near sunlight, so we should be okay there. UV light can be extremely damaging for plastic toys and the packaging of most figures. Never place your figures in direct sunlight and keep them away from windows when they're in storage. The combination of heat and UV light can harm the plastic and cause paint to peel. Interesting. So I have seen some figures, like especially in like old stores, you can see some of them in the display window, they will get a little bit lighter on the front, so that must be where it's coming from. And now it sounded like I didn't know that. I'm kind of trying to make Wikihow feel a little bit better. I did know that already, but it's still a nice tip if you guys didn't know. When storing your figures, try to find a windowless room. If the room does have a window, make sure your figures are facing away from it. Better? Also, for context, because people can't see it, there is a window right there. It's also not open. Why did I turn them around? Yeah, all right, let's get on to step 2. Number 2, store your figures at a room temperature in a dry area. When looking for storage space, find a room that has fairly steady temperature around 70 degrees Fahrenheit or 21 degrees Celsius. If you're concerned about the humidity of the room, use a hydrometer to check that the humidity is around 35 to 45%. Now, I'm not going to be getting a hydrometer just because I don't even know where to get one of those, but we can check the temperature just to make sure it's okay. All right, what is the temperature in here? It is, oh, perfect, 68 degrees. Extreme changes in temperature and humidity can be especially damaging for figures that are still in their original packaging. Well, I'm glad we're okay. Closets and cupboards are normally a great place for storing an action figure collection. If you have a finished basement, you can also store them there as long as it doesn't get too cool or damp. Now that one we don't need to worry about, but I'm glad the figures are okay. Number 3, storing your action figures. Now, this case here is a little oddly specific. Like, it's just a big glass thing over top of, like, grass. What are you storing in there, like a small puppy? Well, anyways, let's read this thing and see what they have to say. Purchasing sealed storage containers for your most valuable figures. For a collectible worth over $100, buy a sealed glass storage container. Open the container and carefully position your figures inside. Then, close the container and seal it according to the directions. The container will protect it from dust and dampness. Okay, now if I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I actually have some sort of container very similar to that, so let me go grab it. Now, oddly enough, I actually have a case that is very similar to that. Now, it doesn't have the grass in the bottom. It actually has like a little step here, but I do think this is very similar, so I think Wikihow should be okay with this. Just have to figure out how to take the, oh wait, there we go. Okay, that was not too bad. Oh, Jeffrey, I'm sorry. It said $100 or more, and I believe you come in at about 30? So you're gonna have to sit out for this one. Okay, so I found the red suit toucan here from San Diego Comic-Con, and this one is definitely over $100. So it said to position it nicely in the container. Okay, so right there? That's not bad. And hold on, I am noticing here it says position your figure inside, not figures, plural. So I guess we're just gonna put that there because according to Wikihow, you can only put one inside. Oh, I almost forgot to put the lid back on accordingly. Thank you, Wikihow, for reminding me. And now it says the container will protect it from dust and dampness, but we don't really have time to wait around for the dust or the dampness, so we'll take Wikihow's word for it. Keep in mind that sealed containers will not protect your figures from changes in temperature or exposure to sunlight. Be sure to keep that in mind when storing your collectibles. Normally you can find these containers online through websites that specialize in storing collectibles. However, if you have a store that specializes in storage solutions near you, try calling them to see if they have any in stock. And for anybody wondering, I got this over at Michael's. The arts and crafts store, not my friend named Michael. Alright everybody, step number 4. Use a display case if you have a large collection. Many collectors like to keep their action figures on display. Look for a case that has a glass door to protect your figures while still showing them off. Position your figures on the shelves so they're visible but not overly crowded, which can damage them. Now, I'm not going to be doing this, but to be honest, I know these ones here wouldn't... How are they getting damaged? Like if you put too many Jeffreys close to each other, they're going to start boxing for more space? What are you talking about, Wikihow?
I'm about to sing a song.
Some collectors use bookcases with detachable glass doors to store their figures. Keep in mind that glass will not protect the action figure from its change in temperature and exposure to sunlight. I think we get it by now, Wikihow. You've said it like, what, 7 times? We get it. If your shelving does have protective doors, be sure to monitor the temperature again, and humidity in the room, and keep your figures away from sunlight. We get it. I have a feeling that they're not going to let that temperature thing go. Step 5. Get plastic shell cases for a cheaper alternative. If you want to display and protect your figures but don't want to spend a lot of money, acrylic and plastic shell cases are the perfect solution. Pop protectors. Let me go get one. I just so happen to have about 1,000 of these around the office, so worked out well. Normally they close on a hinge and you can insert the figure into the case. Then close the case and position the container on a shelf. Be sure to keep the containers away from direct sunlight and store them in a room temperature. We get it! Well, before I get too angry and the temperature rises because of me getting angry, let's store our figure inside the container. Cowboy McNugget. Sure, why not? And here we go. You are now safe from dust, but the big bad temperature could still get you. Okay, I haven't read step 6 yet, but it shows a takeout container. Let's see where this is going. Okay, step number 6. Use resealable containers for more common figures. For figures that you don't use often and don't have packaging, place them in clean, resealable containers, such as plastic takeout containers or large storage bins. Okay, I don't know why they even mention takeout containers, but I do have a storage bin full of some other Funko Pops that I might have doubles of, so I guess I do that. But what's up with the Chinese takeout? Also, I mentioned a Chinese takeout container because I just had Chinese food the other day and there's some left in the fridge and I kind of want some right now. If most of your figures are outside of their packaging, be sure to wrap them in cloth or place them in resealable bags to prevent them from hitting against each other in the container. Now that is actually some decent advice right there, but everything else so far has been okay. Oh, and also here's proof that I have a resealable bin. I don't know who's doubting me, but I wanted to show ya. Alright everybody, we're now done with method 1, storing your action figures. Now let's get on to method 2, cleaning your action figures. Number 1, dust your figures once per month with canned air and a brush. The first step to keeping your figures clean is removing the dust regularly. Start by dusting the shelves with a duster if they're on display, and then use a soft bristle brush such as a makeup brush or paintbrush to remove particles from your figures and packaging. For delicate figures, spray them with pressurized air to remove the dust without touching them. Well, I don't have pressurized air today, but let me get a paintbrush. Alright everybody, so upon further inspection, I didn't have a paintbrush, but I did have a palette from an old video, and looking at this here, I don't even know if I would have wanted to use whatever paintbrush I had laying around to clean off my Funko Pops. So we're gonna skip this step for now, but in the future, air can, paintbrush, we got a Wikihow. 2. Use water and effervescence tablets to clean your figures without batteries or decals. What's an effervescence? Yeah, I just keep going farther and farther into this and I see nothing about cleaning figures, so let's just skip this step. Don't listen to it. Hold on, we're not gonna skip it yet because I just saw this here. The bubbles from the tablet work to scrub away the stains and other residue on the plastic. Okay, you could have started with that because what the heck is an effervescence? Nobody knows that. We're also gonna be skipping over step number 3 because that is just more about the tablets and we don't really need to hear it. Alright everybody, we are now on to method 3, keeping your collection safe. Number 1, remove the batteries when you aren't using your figures. Well, the good news is that most Funko Pops don't actually have batteries in them, except for the Christmas Village. I should probably check on them. Because it says here, battery acid leaks are dangerous and can damage your figures. Each time you use a figure, remove the batteries before storing it for any long period of time. Well, I haven't opened these up since Christmas, so fingers crossed there's no battery acid. Or batteries inside. That'd be nice. Alright, so I don't actually have a screwdriver with me, but I shouldn't have to actually open it. All I'll have to do is turn it on. Does it light up? No. Thank gosh, because I don't think they sell these anymore, so it would have been real sad if this was broken. And also, I know what you guys are saying in the comment section below. Tristan, don't you have like 6 or 7 different Christmas Village ones? This one's got no batteries in it. Let's just hope the other ones don't as well. Step 2, wear gloves whenever you handle your collection. Why would they tell us this halfway through the article? I have done now, what, 8 steps, and now they're telling me to wear gloves. Why wouldn't this be the first step? I had some laying around, why not use them? To prevent oils from your hands from transferring onto your figures, that doesn't make sense. To prevent oils from your hands from transferring onto your figures and degrading the plastic, put on a pair of cloth gloves. I have rubber, we're gonna live with it, before you touch them. If your figure has a base, try to hold it by the bottom as much as possible to prevent damage to the top portion. And then it also says if you don't have a pair of gloves available, use a microfiber cloth or a clean towel to handle your figure. This will act as a thicker barrier and protect the plastic. Well, I haven't touched a figure with the gloves on yet, so let's see if it keeps Jeffrey in mint condition. It's the exact same. Okay, now here's the thing. Even with cloth gloves, what is that really gonna do? I get it for like chrome figures. Will it leave a mark? I'm gonna check that. All right, everybody, so if you own a chrome figure, you probably know that you will get little like finger residue on your figure, so I try to touch these as little as possible, but with the gloves, will it help? Let me see here. Okay, so if I touch the front, I don't see anything. All right, this is not bad. What happens if I like, hold on. No, look at that, guys. There is no, let me do one good one. And then you guys can look right across the front there. There is no, and I repeat, no fingerprint. I know it might be hard to see on camera, but I don't see anything. Also, with having the chrome figure and these gloves, it feels like it's gonna slip out of my hand, so I'm just gonna put it back in the box before I break this thing. All right, everybody, so we have one more step left, and then that's it for the Wikihow article, and it says, number 3, consider getting insurance for your collection. Now, actually, I think with my office, I do have collector's insurance. I don't know, it's insured up to like some amount, I'm not sure, but I think I do have that, so hey, I'm lucky. If you have an extensive collection, you might want to contact an insurance company to appraise and insure the collection in case of any accidental damage or natural disasters. I don't think I have like earthquake insurance, but I feel like if somebody were to come in and steal one, maybe I do. Don't, but I think I do. To get an insurance policy, make sure that you have a detailed list of which figures are in your collection, pictures of each figure, receipts, yada, yada, yada. Depending on which insurance company you have, it's just talking about insurance. But anyways, guys, that seems to be about it for the Wikihow article. And just to let you guys know what people actually rated this, it's an 85% by 27 voters, so it's not that bad. And I will say, Wikihow, you are stepping it up on your figures articles just by a little bit, because I'm pretty sure the last one that we looked at, the how to display your collection, was not good at all. And please, let me know in the comment section below, did you guys actually learn anything from this Wikihow article? Because for me, I feel like most stuff was a given, but there were a couple small things that I did enjoy. And anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you guys want to see more from me in the future, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, do all that. But this has been another episode of Top Pops. Popsters, thanks for watching. See you guys tomorrow.
Dripping like a school. Gonna forward school. Baby gonna screw. She funny with it. Cool. V5 full thump. I'm a hump on a bump. Jack and Jill up a hill. Baby tryna get a meal. Mary had a little lamb. I really do not fuck with, and she calling me the muffin man. I surely like the muffin top. Snow. Like my lashes.